YouTube, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of SB Toys. It's your boy SB. First things first, if you're watching me on a desktop computer, make sure you look at this icon here on the lower right hand corner. You can click on that, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If not, just stay tuned. End of the video, I have an icon as well. You can click on subscribe to the channel. Stay in tune with other videos. Make sure you check all that out after the end of this video. Now, being that I've been doing a few reviews lately, mostly we've been documenting the Marvel Legends Juggernaut Build-A-Figure X-Men series line here. And we've covered a few characters, and we're going to pick up where we left off already, and we're going to get into this Kitty Pryde Marvel Legends action figure here. Now, let me be the first to say I haven't been really too familiar with the character. Like I said, I'm not really a diehard comic book reader. Most of my experience with X-Men growing up was through the 90s animated series, and I don't really remember her being too much part of the main cast. She may have appeared in a few cartoons, I'm not sure. But I do have the figure here for those of you who are very familiar with her and have been interested in getting in on this figure. I'm gonna go ahead and do a review for you as well. And let's go ahead and take a look at the box. Like the rest of the figures from this wave, she comes in the box with the nice yellow, brown, black color palette with the little X-Men logo and stuff. You see the drawing of her on the side there. We spin it around on the back. You see they got a picture of her up. She's with her Lockheed pet character. And you have the rest of the X-Men from the wave. Packages continues to spin around. You see the other side here. And as we continue to turn, you get to see Kitty Pryde, the figure in the packaging. She has the Lockheed. She also comes with the Magneto head for, I believe, the Onslaught figure from that Build-A-Figure wave. She also comes with Juggernaut arm. I believe it's the right arm. So you'll definitely need that part, especially if you're doing the Juggernaut Build-A-Figure. All right, so we have Kitty Pryde out the box here in hand. Now, initial reaction, definitely the joints, they feel very nice and tight. Nothing feels too loose, and everything stays in pretty position. It's got a nice size on my hand too, so it's definitely not too small of a figure here. I believe this is a new sculpt actually. And I forgot to mention that if you saw my Phoenix video, I believe they both used the same body sculpt. I've been noticing they both look very similar. So I'm just now pointing that out as well. Now she does come with accessories, as you saw in the intro. She does come with Juggernaut's right arm here. Also comes with the Magneto head, which I believe you're familiar with the Onslaught Build-A-Figure wave from Marvel Legends line as well. This head is supposed to be an alternate to that Build-A-Figure, so you can use that with that. She comes with her dragon pet friend here, Lockheed, so you can have that as well to display her with. And this, as far as it is accessories, it doesn't come with any interchangeable head or hands, so that's a bit of a bummer, but you know, they give you a little something to work with as far as accessories, so not all is lost. Let's go ahead and get into some details on her. We give her a measurement here. With her hair, she sits about right at just a little right over 6 1/4 inches, so decent scale, normal Marvel Legends scale and stuff in comparison. Now let's go over some of the articulation here. She has her head turned. You can do her left and to her right. And even with the hair sculpt, you still can do the full 360, as I like to call it, exism style turning. And if we turn her sideways, she's got a nice forward tilt, and she's got a nice range of back tilt as well, going backwards. Get to her shoulder here. Nice full extension out with the shoulder. It's on the standard shoulder swivel as well. Now, she does have full shoulder rotation, 360 going forward, but be aware she doesn't have a little scope from a wardrobe. Kind of interferes with it a little bit, so you're not getting a straight forward motion. You kind of get up at an angle here when you get to that. No bicep swivel. Does have single jointed single jointed elbow here. You can pose up and got a little range. Some going down as well. Get to her wrist here. Wrist swivel. She's got a nice range going down. Then extend it up. She's got a nice range as well. And you can do a full 360 turn as that. She has a nice little swivel here at the bust area. So you can pose her like that and turn a little bit. Doesn't have full 360 turn, but you can, shift her a little bit too. So that's kind of cool. Give her a little angled posing. Going forward, not too much range as far as if you was to go for an ab crunch going forward. Going back, you have a little more range to work with. So that could be a good thing. Let's get to her legs here. Also, let me point out, she does have a little belt here. Move around a little freely. So just keep mind of that. And now as we get down to her leg here, of course on the ball joint, extending it out to the side, very limited in range. Now, going forward, she's got a nice range of motion going forward, full extension out. Not so much going backwards. Get down to her thigh. She's got a little thigh swivel. And double jointed knee. Get to her ankle here. You can tilt her ankle down. Got a forward ankle tilt. Then you have, of course, your ankle pivot. So, nice little range there of articulation points and stuff. Now, a couple things I do want to point out with the figure. Paint application overall is pretty good. I don't see too much paint bleeding or chipping. It's a little small areas near the joints here where I can see some of the yellow bleed in, but it's very hard to notice to the naked eye. I would really have to look hard for some of this stuff. But one key thing I do notice, as I pointed out with the Phoenix figure as well, the shoulders here, which is not as bad because of how her wardrobe is designed and sculpted on this figure, so you don't really notice it that much. But if you was to not have these on her, you would notice how bulky her shoulders are as in compared to the scale of the rest of her arms. Well, her arm in general, and just the rest of her body. She's got these like super bulky arms, but it's not as noticeable on this figure. Also, another thing I notice is her head does kind of sit up high, or either the neck sculpt is very small. So it looks kind of weird when you turn her sideways and you're looking at her from an angle like this. It's not too much noticeable when you look at her facing you. It does give her a little flexibility though. You can make her do a little nice sideways look at you, and you can do it the other way. So she's got some little, I guess, head tilting action going on that allows you. But yeah, sitting on the peg here, it kind of just sits very almost like it's floating off of the figure base. Let her spin around for you, get a 360 spin. Now that she's out the box and you got a hands-on review of her, you get to see her as she just spins in her glory. Got her with her Lockheed friend there on her shoulder as well. Another accessory, as I mentioned, that comes with her. So let's get into it. Like I said, I'm really not too familiar with this character. So me personally, I was not losing too much sleep over having it or not having it in my collection. Some of you out there, though, if you are a diehard X-Men fan and very into all of the characters, aside from your normal typical favorites, then sure, yeah, I'd recommend getting this figure if you don't have one of her already. I don't believe there's a Toy Biz Marvel Legends version of her out there. So if you are a Kitty Pryde fan and you've been waiting for this figure to release, yes, go ahead and get you one. They're hitting the retail stores now, Toys R Us, Walmart, I believe. Walgreens, I've seen them as well. I feel like I'm leaving out something. But of course, you can also check online. I got this actually with my pre-order of the full case of all the figures from the wave. I got mine from Dorkside Toys, so that's where I got my Kitty Pryde figure from. But as I mentioned, it's out on the market right now, so you should be able to go find her anywhere. She's not, I don't believe she's going to be in high demand like the, say, you know, Deadpool figures, Cables, and Wolverines. So she should be easy to locate. So as far as that, aside from that, if you're not really that big on the X-Men characters and things like that, you probably are not going to be really in a rush to pick up this figure. It is a nice solid figure. I do give them that though. So with that being said, hopefully this does help out folks that have been interested in looking for this figure or want to know a little bit of information about her and how she is out the box and stuff. Hopefully this helps you out. And if you have the figure and you have other things you want to add on or feel a little differently about what I've said in the video, go ahead, leave a comment. Let me know what you think about the Kitty Pryde figure. Maybe you got some advice for other people that's looking for her as well. So leave me a comment. Like the video, share it with your friends, people who may be looking for her as well. And be sure to subscribe to the channel. You can click this button right here and stay up to date with other videos that I'll be doing on the channel. Also, I'm also on Instagram. That's my other form of social media I'm mostly active on. So you can follow me there at SB Toys. Anyway, this is probably going to be my last figure that I'm reviewing from the X-Men wave, unless y'all want me to review the Iceman and Havoc. I'm really, personally, those are some characters to me I'm really not losing no sleep over having. The Kitty Pryde one, that was one of the ones, but, you know, a friend recommended it, was like, you know, you might want to go ahead and keep her. So that's why I ended up doing this review as well, because I'm going to go ahead and put her on the shelf with the rest of the X-Men that I have. So anyway, hope this video helped y'all out. I'm about to roll out. Y'all be easy. Have a good day. Now overall, this is pretty impressive figure here. Nice size. This new Cable design I'm not too familiar with. I'm more of one of those out there who watched the 90s cartoons and kept up with them from the old school X-Men series. So the Cable was a little different there from this one, but I'm impressed with this figure as well. The body armor and everything. Even with all that, he's still fluid with the articulation. Nothing interferes. Now, one thing I do point out, and that could just be my figure.